You might be interested in what kind of challenges we face starting up a company and also an economy of communion company. The first one really was the courage to start the company. It's kind of like jumping off a cliff. You hope you have a parachute and you hope that it opens. In fact, we have an interesting story of how we started the company. I had received a call while I was with my old company to perform a large project, but our company could not take on that project because it was a conflict of interest for our company. And I asked the person who offered this job, if I were to start my own company, would you still give me the work? And so that person said, of course, we'll give you the work. We're really hiring you. Well, anyway, I told my wife, Julie, I said, you know, this is the perfect chance to start our business. We'll have a large project from this person, and we'll get a chance financially to get a good start. Well, the next week, I turned in my resignation to our company, and later that day, I received a phone call from this person who had this opportunity, this project, and he asked, wait a minute, did you turn in your resignation already? And I said, yes. And he goes, oh no. He goes, the project is not coming through. It fell through. We have no work. I thought, oh my gosh. I've just started a company that has absolutely no work scheduled to be done. And so I called up my wife, Julie, and I said, what should we do? And she said, you know, I think we just need to trust and move forward. And I said, I felt the same way. So we literally felt like we were jumping off a cliff and the parachute hadn't opened yet. Well, at the end of that day, I received another call from a client, and that client said, oh, I heard you're opening your own business. I said, yes. He said, call me next week when you open the door. I have a project for you. So it was kind of like this test we had where we thought we had work, then we didn't have work, and then we had work. So it was a good first lesson that we have to trust, feel like we're doing what God wants in our life, at least for us, we're Christians, and then go ahead and see what happens. So that was the first challenge, the courage to say yes. The next challenge was financial. We had saved some money to start the company, and I went to the bank to get a loan to pay for some things for the new company, and they said, well, who are you employed by? And I said, well, it's just me. And they said, well, we can't give you any line of credit. You'll have to be in business for 2 years before we're willing to lend you any money. So all of a sudden we realized the only money we had was in our bank account, and that was it. And this wasn't going to be a part-time venture. This was going to be full-time. So quit the job, no income, and all of a sudden we have to make this work. So we gave ourselves 90 days. And we said, you know, if we can't get this thing going in 90 days, then we're going to be running out of money. We potentially were running out of money. And anyway, long story short, work came in. We began doing work, and really in a startup situation, one of the biggest challenges is always cash flow. Money coming in, money coming out. We are paying our bills or expenses, but sometimes clients pay slowly. And so that first couple years, it's really a challenge always to juggle your money, you know, making sure you have enough in the bank. And there are many times where my wife had to call me and say, hey John, we need to put some money in the bank. We don't have any money to pay our mortgage or to pay for the kids' shoes. So it was this delicate balance those first several years of the financial balance. Despite that though, the first year we had no profits, but we decided to give money that we had in reserve to be part of the economy of communion because we believed in the vision. So even that first year, even though we were financially a little strapped, we decided we have stake in the game. We're putting our money down, and so we did make a donation that first year.